This is extraordinary that we're standing here March 1st and we're standing here on a foot of ice. That's a very unusual condition in this modern day and age. So the wind is just like the accelerator of your car, like the motor of your car. There's so little friction, and you just get that wind blowing, at an angle to the sail, and away you go, 40, 50 miles an hour.
I got this when I was 17 years old. I've been caring for it for a long while. 1896 the North Wind was built, so you're getting out of the Victorian era into the kind of the modern age. I've been sort of a lifelong craftsman, and I like to make everything, I don't like to go, I'm not the kind of person that looks for things in a catalog to see what they can buy. I guess my approach to things is a little different than some of these ice boaters. I tend to use sort of tools and materials that were kind of available at the time. As far as I'm concerned, the design book of 1890 is closed. So if somebody designed something and built it in that age, that you're kind of somewhat obligated to stick as much as possible to their methods and materials.
She's a great lady to sail. It's totally different than any of the other boats. She just has a grace about her that is perfect for this river. That's why we bring her up here whenever we can. We've never had another boat as big as her to put against. This is an historic occasion to have the rocket here too.
Sails as good as it looks.
That's right.
And for another 100 years.
Good for another 100 years.
Long live the stern steers.
Long live the stern steers.
A
Rocket. Yes,
Nice
yes, rocket.
Okay. Pull this up a little bit. Global warming is something that ice boaters are very aware of. It's been getting rarer and rarer to have good seasons. But every year is not a sailing year. Last year, sat on the driveway on the trailer ready to go and the conditions never developed. The year before, same thing, it was never any ice on the river. But good seasons sometimes are dependent on just a crazy confluence of weather conditions. You can have really great cold like we have this year and a great plate of ice, and then a couple of heavy snowstorms and nobody's going everywhere. That's what happened this year, and all of the boats are here, everybody's set up. This is an extraordinary piece of ice, straight plate, maybe 20 miles long. Pretty good access all over the place. Everybody's happy about that. But could disappear in a day.
At one time, there were probably 400 ice boats on the river at Poughkeepsie. They had these huge competitions, a huge show on the ice, you know. Everybody would be down there. The governor would come, you know, all the big politicians. Once people saw how fast you could go in an ice boat, it was a thrill a minute, and the fastest thing you could do at the time. Well, I like to sail without a hat because I like to feel the wind, you know, on my face, through my whiskers or whatever. That's how I sort of pick up on, you know, what's going on. It's just a wonderful feeling, you know, when you get out there and you get sailing. You know, it's just you and the wind, and around you go. It can be very quiet and very gentle, or it can demand your full and immediate attention every second of the journey. You know, when the wind gets high, it's a handful. You listen, you know, what the runners are doing. The runners tell you a lot just by the noise that they're making. As they start to side slip, you'll hear this grinding, groaning noise from the runners. The thrill of ice boating was the absolute speed you could go. You come around and you get hit by a good shot of wind, the boat will just raise right up, and you need to have good reflexes and react to it quickly. Once in 20-year event, you know, have this much ice, 20 miles of ice, you know, this is out of the ordinary. You know, we don't normally get a day like this.
You know, and the memories that they hold. We'll always be talking about the winter of 2014.